welcome back guys. Today we're just doing a quick review on the Ridge Rider Ultimate Air Compressor for your four-wheel drives. I've had the previous model of this and it worked beautifully for 8 years, and finally decided to upgrade to see what all the new stuff is on it, and the other one was starting to get a bit old, and you know how it is. The main thing that failed on the old one was the on-off switch. The on-off switch, it's seized, so it stopped working. So I mean, all I did was bypass the switch, and the thing just kept going like normal. So I'm kind of, the design is very similar, so I'm kind of expecting it to happen again, but fingers crossed it doesn't. And then you got a little circuit breaker if it overloads, and you just reset that. But yeah, these things are great. I won't go into the technical details of liters per second and all that. I mean, in the end, it pumps up your four-wheel drive tires, and that's what it's designed to do. So time limits doesn't really bother me at all. What bothers me is reliability. I want to get this thing out every time and it works. So the bag's still the same quality. I'd love it if they would made these into a canvas bag. The other one, like, it survived 8 years, so the zip got a bit messed up in the end, but it did actually stand 8 years of four-wheel driving. So I mean, good on it. Yeah. Spare parts, in the instructions, always read the instructions. And then you get your spare valves as well. Whenever you're using these, always turn your car engine on. That's so the alternator can give it more juice, because if you plug it on your battery and you have a poor battery, the battery's going to go flat, because these things are not designed to just run off battery. So I always turn my car on when I'm using them. You'll know what I mean if you start it on battery and start using it. It'll seem underpowered. As soon as you turn your car on, it'll start pumping, twice as quick. So that's what I mean. It's probably in the manual. I haven't really checked it, but it's what I do. So yeah, love it. So I'll pump these babies back up now, and away we go. So a noticeable difference between the old and the new one that I've noticed is that it comes with this really handy, quick latch-on valves. Just like your servo station one, boom, on, and it starts pumping. My old one didn't have that, and I had to screw it in every time. It just made it that little bit longer and frustrating. So I really love that. That's awesome. The gauge, it's very generic, whatever. These new ones, they come with a little valve pressure release. So as you're inflating your tire, you can press and hold that for a couple of seconds, and it'll give you a rough guide of what PSI your tires are up to, so you can get ready to undo it. So it's like a little reference guide, which I really like. The other ones I used to have to shut the compressor off and check it, so it was a bit frustrating as well. The hose, I'm not sure how long it is, but it's long enough for what I need, because I just hook it onto the batteries in my canopy. So when I've got the caravan hooked up, it pretty much goes all the way back to my caravan wheels, and I can move the compressor as well under the car, and I can go and do this side as well. So for lengthwise, really great. Love the length. Perfect for me. And if it's not long enough for you, because you got to go to your battery at the front, I'm sure you can buy little adapters from Super Cheap or whatever, just to an extending hose as well, to give you that little bit more length. So it's not too much of a cause of concern there. So yeah, it's really good. So yeah, I'll start going around and pumping them up. They're all at, I think the back ones are at 20 psi and the front are at 16 psi. So I'll go through now and I'll pump them all up, and I go to 50 psi on the road. My PSI measurements are going to be different to yours, so don't follow it. Just follow what you've tires rated at and your instructions on your car and all that, but that's what I do. I go from 16 to 50. Now I can do that all in one go, without turning this compressor off. So it's really good, really impressive. It does get hot, so make sure you leave it out in the open. And yeah, that's it really. Love it. So yeah, really recommend these things. I've had them for ages, so not much will go wrong with them. So really happy about that. Alright guys, so this thing comes with 3 attachments, one for your footy ball, a small opening one and a larger opening one. It's great, you can just blow up your inflatables or whatever. How good is that? Really quick, simple, and you don't have to lose your breath for doing it over. And for everyone that's got them silly flamingo looking things, it'll do the same thing, so you'll blow them up real quick. So yeah, love it.